What's going on, guys? Shevon here, back with another video. Today we have a camera comparison between the Google Pixel 6, the iPhone 13, and also the OnePlus 9. So these are all like the budget levels of the flagship devices. Also, this is the raw audio from all these phones. So this is going to be a blind test, which is going to be super fun because you guys are not going to know which camera is what. So don't cheat at the end of the video. I want you guys to choose which one is the best down below in the comments. Winner will get my wallpaper packs for free. So just make sure you follow me over on Instagram, leave your Instagram handle, and then I'll choose a winner. Alright guys, so what we're doing, what we're saying, 4K 30 FPS on all these devices. Which one is the best? Alright guys, so this is the back camera on these devices, all recording at 4K 30 FPS. So this is the image quality you get. Also the audio you're hearing is straight from these cameras. But we'll see, you guys, we'll see which one does the better job. So without any further ado, let's go. Alright guys, now we're on the back camera, 4K 60 on these three devices. Just taking a look at the dynamic range with the clouds and everything. And wow, these are doing really good right here. And by the way guys, I will be switching up which phone is on the left, which phone is on the right, so you don't know, you don't get used to a specific angle. Just look how it handles that red umbrella right there. Now, just want to test out the stabilization. So I'm just gonna be running straight down, decent speed. I'm actually running, guys, just so you see. And I think they're doing really well. Go inside here. Just one more run all the way down here, guys. Running full speed. This phone over here tilted a little bit. But yeah, that was full speed running. Now, switch this around. This is the back camera. I'm not sure if I'm fully in focus, but let's see how he handles this red jacket. I'm not gonna focus too much on the video side of things, but this is 4K 60. I'm switching between the audio. As I said before, I will be switching between different devices on each side, so you guys never know or never get used to an angle. So this is a raw blind test. I think that's it for the videos. Now let's get into the photos because I think that's what everyone really wants to see. But for those who appreciate the good video quality, this is it. All right, listen, I know everybody wants to see the camera comparisons, but before we go, I think I should briefly just refresh everyone's memory as to what cameras we're working with, the price tag for these cameras, when they were released, you know, stuff like that. So first off, let's start with the Pixel 6. So the Pixel 6 was just released October 28th, and not everyone has it yet, but that's when it's supposed to be released. The Pixel 6 starts at $599, the cheapest of the bunch. It does have a 50 megapixel wide angle camera and also a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera. Up the front, we do have an 8 megapixel camera with an f2.0 aperture. So now for the iPhone 13. The iPhone 13 has a dual camera setup as well. This was released on September 24th, 2021. It starts at $799, kind of expensive. It does have a 12 megapixel wide camera and also a 12 megapixel ultra wide. Really nice. Don't watch the 12 megapixels, guys. It still looks good. Megapixels doesn't always matter, okay? Up front, we do have a 12 megapixel 4K front facing camera, which looks, you know, I don't want to say too much, but it looks good. So the OnePlus 9 is the second most expensive device here. It has a triple camera setup, partnered with Hasselblad and all of that. This OnePlus 9 starts at $729 US. It will release back in March 26, 2021, and it has a 48 megapixel wide camera, 50 megapixel ultra wide, 2 megapixel monochrome camera that nobody uses. I think they just added it to say they have 3 cameras, but yeah, it does have that. All right, so hopefully that's everything you should know about these cameras and their specification. These are all non-pro flagship devices: iPhone 13, Pixel 6, and also OnePlus 9. So this is like the budget option. I feel like everyone is just gonna be showing what the pro devices does, the pro devices cameras, but you know, the budget one deserves some love too, and not everybody could afford the pro. So hopefully you guys appreciate this video, and yeah, let's get started.
Like a light, lighting up in the dark. You make it right, I forgot how to act. It's so classic. Every time you make me nervous and I lose my words. It's been a while since I forgot the most simple words. I feel calm when you're around, like nothing can break me. Now I know why it never worked out before. High low, it would always turn out bad, so bad. But every time we start a fight, we always stop in time. We both know how to be gentle, never cross the line. I feel calm when you're around, like nothing can break me.
Alright guys, so that's it. I'm gonna give you some time, take some time, rethink it, go back if you want to, watch it again. But now it's time to reveal the devices. So, all along on the left hand side, we had the Google Pixel 6. Google Pixel 6 was on the left hand side all this time. In the middle, we had the OnePlus. So the OnePlus 9 was in the middle. And over to the right side, we had the iPhone 13. And just so you guys know, the iPhone 13 mini is the same quality as the iPhone 13. But yeah, that's it. What do you guys think? Which one did the best? I'm gonna briefly go through some details and everything. I don't want this video to be too long, but there's just some things about the Pixel that I just have to touch on because it's just miles ahead of all these other phones when it comes on to camera UI and the modes and the features you get. It's not really gimmicky. It's something that I could actually find myself using on a daily basis. So let's talk about it. Okay, so I was saying before, when it comes to the Pixel 6, it just has a way better camera UI and so much features and functionality thanks to that Tensor chip it has built inside of it. So first thing first that I really loved is the magic eraser tool. So this allows you to remove unwanted subjects from an image, and you just have to take a picture. If there's someone behind you, it would just automatically suggest, hey, do you want to remove these guys? Or if it's in the sky, you could change the color of the sky. You could focus on yourself when it comes to just keep yourself in color, make the background black and white. You can also put blur, add a bokeh to the background, adjust the bokeh, all that stuff. And the reason why I love it so much is because you could do it after you take the picture. You don't have to go into a specific mode. If you're just shooting one picture, then you're like, oh shoot, I kind of wanted this to have a blur background. You could just go in and edit it. You also have features like Sphere that allows you to capture a full 360-degree shot of what's around you. And I tried this in the park. It was really cool. You basically have this three-dimensional graphic where you just go around, you turn your device, you'll see a time lapse or a screen recording of when I was doing it. And basically when you finish capturing everything, you could just hit the button, scroll through, and you can see literally what was around you. That's crazy to me. I'm not sure if this was on the Pixel 5 or anything, because this is like my first Pixel phone that I actually use extensively. That's a crazy cool feature, and it works well. Something that the Pixel has that these devices doesn't have as well, and the processing time for it is super quick. I took the pictures, it processed in like under 5 seconds. That's insane. Another feature that the Pixel 6 has is motion mode, which enables dedicated features like long exposure and action pan. And of course, you have like astrophotography and all of that. But with motion mode, crazy. So the first one is the long exposure. So you know, like those train pictures you always see where the train is just like a streak of light and you could see stuff focused behind it. Or for example, a car is driving by and you just see the streak of the rear, the brake lights or anything like that. That's super cool, and it does it within motion mode with the Pixel 6, and it looks amazing. The cool thing is it also takes a picture of the still image itself, and then you have another picture you could choose from, which is the long exposure. I did try a long exposure with the iPhone, but it only works with live photo mode, and it just didn't work as well as the Google Pixel 6. So kudos to Apple for trying this, but it just worked way better on the Pixel 6. Another cool thing was action pan. So this actually blew my mind. You know, I always see pictures of people like riding dirt bikes with like in magazines or race cars where you'd see the car in focus, right? And everything behind the car is like blurred, like a motion blur. That's exactly what action pan does. It basically keeps the subject in focus while having a motion blur effect behind it. And you see some pictures up here right now that I took. It's just really cool. You can see this guy on the bike right now. He's like moving. You could see everything like moving behind him, but he's still in focus. I also did it with a couple cars. And yeah, those are just some of the main camera features I saw that Google had that any of these other devices like the iPhone or the OnePlus didn't have. Now, the iPhone 13 does have something unique up its sleeves, and that's cinematic mode. Now, I know Samsung has portrait video and all of that, but cinematic mode is kind of different with the iPhone, because after you take that picture, or the video, I should say, after you do the cinematic video, you could actually go into this Photic app and choose what you actually need in focus when you want it in focus, and that's really cool. So basically, cinematic mode, it just blurs the background to give a cinematic effect. It looks good, it looks amazing, but it's only limited to 1080p 30 fps. So hopefully in the years to come, Apple would up this to 4K, and that's when I feel like everyone would start using cinematic mode. But that's something the iPhone has that other devices right here that I mentioned does not have. Now onto the OnePlus 9, it does have a unique feature, and that's with the third camera. It has this monochrome 2-megapixel camera. I'm not sure what it really does. It's just like a black and white camera. That's basically it. Like, we could use black and white filters, you know what I mean? But it does have that monochromatic camera right there that shoots black and white pictures. It's only 2-megapixel. Literally nobody uses it. So I don't know, it's just like a consolation feature, I guess. But for me overall, guys, I think that the Pixel 6 is, I don't know, it's an outstanding camera. And all right, for the price of $599, it's giving you way more than you're supposed to get, honestly. It's kind of cheap for a device that has premium features like this. I can only imagine the Pixel 6 Pro, which I don't have the Pixel 6 Pro, so I can't really compare it. That's why I compared these budget devices, because that's one that's comparable to the Pixel 6. Guys, this is how dark is it outside right now. It's currently raining, but I just want to show you guys the nightscape and what it could do. So I'm gonna take a night picture with all of these, and you'll see the Pixel has a super cool feature that will take like 3 minutes. The other ones are already finished, so I could take these up now. The iPhone is maxed out at 8 seconds, as you guys can see. But yeah, the Pixel just has so many crazy features, man. It's insane. Just look how dark it is. It's raining, and this is the result. So yeah, man, Google did a really good job. Pixel really needs to work on its video though. The iPhone is still king when it comes on to video, but I feel like for photography, the Pixel 6 is miles above any other smartphone when it comes on to the camera UI, how smart everything is, the tensor chip inside, you can remove stuff in the background, all of that stuff. It's crazy good on the Pixel 6. But then again, the images might be subjective in terms of which one looks the best. Sometimes the Pixel tends to sharpen things too much, tends to oversaturate things. Meanwhile, the iPhone is a little bit more, you know, lifelike, natural-like looking. And yeah, that's about it for today's video. Let me know what you think down below. Which device you think produced the best image? Was it the Pixel 6? Was it the OnePlus 9? Or was it the iPhone 13? Hopefully this video wasn't too long, guys. If you want to see a dedicated video on the Google Tensor chip and what it could do, let me know, because the battery life on the Pixel 6 is crazy. So if you want to see that day in the life video, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. But yeah, as always, love, peace, and tweaks. Signing out.